Ladies, let me tell you something that took me years, scars, and strength to learn. Not everything that's personal needs to be public, and not every man deserves full access to your soul. In a world that constantly tells women to be more giving, more transparent, more everything, let's flip the script. This isn't about being secretive. This is about preserving your power, protecting your peace, and choosing your worth over blind vulnerability. Because vulnerability is strength, but only when it's given to the right person at the right time for the right reason. So today, I'm telling you the 5 things you should never share with a man, no matter how charming, loving, or perfect he seems. There's a delicate line between vulnerability and oversharing. While being open can foster connection, revealing your deepest insecurities too soon, or to the wrong person, can do more harm than good. Insecurities are those quiet fears and doubts we often keep hidden, the parts of ourselves we're still learning to love. When shared with someone who hasn't earned your trust or demonstrated emotional maturity, these truths can be misused, misunderstood, or even weaponized. Many women fall into the trap of thinking that exposing their wounds will invite deeper love, but in reality, not every man is equipped to handle that level of emotional depth. Some may dismiss them, others may silently judge, and the worst may use them to manipulate or control. It's not about being guarded, it's about being discerning. You must first assess, has this person shown empathy, patience, and emotional intelligence? Has he created a safe space for you to unfold? If not, you're not obligated to bare your soul. Holding back your insecurities isn't dishonesty, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that your inner world is sacred and should be protected until someone proves they can hold it with care. And if they never earn that right, that's okay too. Your worth isn't measured by how much you expose. It's measured by how confidently you protect your peace. Healing, after all, is your own journey. Let someone walk beside you, but don't hand them the map before they've earned your trust. You are not broken, you are becoming, and those tender places inside you, they're yours to cherish, not someone else's to validate. Choose to share when it empowers you, not when it drains you, because protecting your soul isn't selfish, it's strength. Everyone carries scars from the past. Some are light, others run deep, but they all shape who we are. Past relationship trauma, especially, can linger in the corners of our hearts, influencing how we trust, love, and connect. But sharing those raw, unhealed wounds with a man too early can become a double-edged sword. There's a difference between being transparent and being emotionally naked with someone who hasn't earned that level of access. Talking about your ex who cheated, the betrayal that shattered you, or the years of emotional neglect you endured may seem like honesty, but it can also open doors to judgment, pity, or even manipulation. Some men may use your past pain against you, subtly undermining your confidence or triggering you during disagreements. Others may feel overwhelmed or disconnected, not knowing how to respond or support you. More importantly, you're not defined by the pain someone else caused. When you lead with your trauma, you risk anchoring your identity to it, allowing it to take up space in your new connection. Healing should be yours, private, sacred, and respected. Only when you've processed it and feel emotionally safe should you consider revealing those pieces of your story. It's not about hiding, it's about timing and trust. The right person will make you feel secure without needing the full breakdown of your past. They'll earn that deeper layer, and when they do, you'll know it's safe to open up. Until then, protect your history like the fragile art it is, not to erase it, but to honor how far you've come. Because your past may have hurt you, but it doesn't get to define how your future unfolds you do. And some stories deserve to be told only when your voice is steady and your heart feels ready. Money is personal. It's tied to our sense of security, independence, and self-worth. For many women, sharing financial details or struggles can feel like opening the door to vulnerability. But that door doesn't need to be opened for just anyone. In a relationship, especially in the early stages, revealing the full picture of your financial situation can create a power imbalance if not handled with care. Some men may use your financial hardships to assert control or see them as a weakness. Others might pretend to be supportive, but eventually shift into judgment, criticism, or even exploitation. It's important to remember that your financial story, whether you're thriving, rebuilding, or struggling, is yours to manage and protect. Sharing too soon can invite unwanted opinions or pressure that you don't need to carry. Financial intimacy is something that must be built slowly, on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Before you disclose debts, income, savings, or financial goals, ask yourself, has this person demonstrated responsibility with his own money? Does he respect boundaries? Has he earned the right to know such personal information? You are not obligated to explain your financial journey to anyone who hasn't shown long-term commitment and emotional maturity. Your value is not defined by your bank account, and a partner's love should never be contingent on your financial situation. Being smart about money isn't being secretive, it's being self-aware. You are allowed to protect your financial independence until you feel completely secure in someone's presence. Because financial struggles are not just numbers, they reflect years of effort, sacrifice, and survival. Share them only with someone who will honor your story, not exploit it. Respect your hustle, protect your progress. You've worked too hard to let anyone use your finances to define your worth. Family is where our roots lie, but not every root needs to be exposed. Conflicts within your family, be they long-standing tensions, personal disagreements, or generational issues, are deeply personal. While it's natural to want to share your life with someone you're dating or in a relationship with, family matters require a different kind of discretion. They're not just your stories, they often involve others who haven't consented to having their lives discussed. Revealing family conflicts too early, or to someone who hasn't proven emotional maturity, can lead to misunderstanding or even judgment. Some men may take sides without understanding the full picture, while others may use this information to manipulate or criticize your choices. Worst of all, if the relationship turns sour, those intimate family details could be thrown back at you or shared beyond your control. It's important to remember that protecting your family's privacy is also an act of self-respect. You can maintain boundaries while still being open. You can express that your family dynamic is complex without diving into specifics. Not every man needs to know about your sibling rivalry, your parents' divorce, or that long-standing argument with a relative, especially if he's not a permanent fixture in your life. Wait for consistency. Wait for emotional safety. Let trust be built over time. When the right moment comes and the right person is beside you, those stories can be shared with care, not out of frustration or emotional impulse. Family issues are sacred, not because they're shameful, but because they involve love, history, and pain. Handle them with dignity. Protect your narrative until you're sure someone can hold it with grace and empathy. Not every listener is a confidant, and not every relationship deserves access to where you come from. Your dreams are not just goals, they're a reflection of your purpose, passion, and potential. They are the fire that fuels your late nights, your sacrifices, and your unwavering determination. But sharing those dreams too soon, especially with a man who hasn't earned your trust or demonstrated genuine support, can sometimes do more harm than good. Not everyone will celebrate your ambition. Some may feel threatened by it, others might offer subtle discouragement masked as concern. Asterisk, are you sure that's realistic? Asterisk or asterisk, maybe you should slow down. Asterisk, these words, especially from someone you're emotionally invested in, can plant seeds of doubt where there should be confidence. When you reveal your biggest career goals to someone too early, you expose a delicate part of yourself that's still growing. Ambitions need nurturing, not scrutiny. They need encouragement, not comparison. Until a man has shown that he truly understands and respects your drive, your goals are safer within the circle of those who uplift you without question. There's also the risk of being misunderstood. A man who's not aligned with your vision might try to reshape it, redirect it, or fit it into a mold that suits his comfort zone. And if you start compromising your career aspirations to fit someone else's expectations, you lose a piece of your identity. It's okay to keep some dreams to yourself while they're still in the making. Let your actions speak louder than promises. Let your success introduce your ambition when the time is right. Your career isn't a conversation topic, it's a lifelong journey, and not everyone deserves a seat at the table just because they're charming or attentive in the moment. Build silently, Protect your vision. The right partner will see your fire and never ask you to dim it. We all have emotional triggers, those sensitive spots shaped by past experiences, pain, or unresolved wounds. They're the buttons that, when pushed, stir intense reactions, sometimes even before we understand why. These triggers are part of your emotional blueprint, and knowing them is powerful. But handing that blueprint to someone too early, especially someone who hasn't proven their emotional intelligence or trustworthiness, is risky. When you reveal what makes you feel small, anxious, angry, or overwhelmed, you're offering someone the keys to your most fragile places. In the wrong hands, those keys can become weapons. Some people, whether intentionally or not, may test your limits or push your buttons during conflict, using what you've shared as a tool to gain control, deflect blame, or manipulate your emotions. Even those with good intentions may not know how to respond to your emotional landscape. They might dismiss your feelings, label you as too sensitive, or invalidate your responses. This can leave you feeling exposed and misunderstood, compounding the very wounds you were trying to trust someone with. You don't owe anyone immediate access to your emotional past. Let people show you who they are before you show them where it hurts. Emotional intimacy should be earned, not assumed. You're allowed to observe someone's behavior through disagreements, disappointments, and discomforts before trusting them with the truth of what triggers you. Protecting your emotional health isn't about being distant, it's about being deliberate. The more you respect your own boundaries, the more others will learn to respect them too. Keep your triggers close until you know someone will handle them with care, not curiosity or control. Because the right person won't avoid your pain. They'll help you feel safe enough to heal it.